Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the weekly tarot reading for the week beginning the 2nd of November up until the 9th. So what I'm going to do is go in straight away with what I'm picking up psychically, and then I will do the cards to see what we've got for each day and what the full energies are. Now, I hope you can hear all right. There's somebody cutting something behind there, and I hope that doesn't actually interfere with the sound for people. If it does, I'm sorry. So right, okay. First thing that I'm picking up, I think it's going to be a bit of a week. Okay, this is why I'm doing these readings at the beginning of the week, because I do feel that November is going to be testing. You know, October and November are going to be very testing. So it's just to give a little bit guidance to help kind of see us through, show, you know, like kind of show you there is a way, how to navigate it better. So the first thing I'm getting with this week is, like I say, I think it's going to be a bit of a tough week, okay? But what they are saying to me is that spirit is very, very near, okay? So I feel this is a time when we're really being asked to go inward, to ask for guidance from a higher space. I mean, I'm not religious as such, but, you know, I do believe there is something higher. And this is it. You know, a lot of times when we hit rock bottom and when we get to our knees, that is the perfect position in which to pray. Okay, so it's kind of, I don't want to scare anybody because it's not going to be brutal this week, but it's going to be tough. So this is about finding our faith, finding our belief in something bigger than ourselves. Now, spirit are wanting you to know that they are going to be around. They're there. They're closer than what they normally are. Now, obviously, we've just had a Halloween, you know, where the veil is thinnest, and I feel they are still there. So it's almost, look for signs. They're saying they will be sending signs as in robins. Look for robin redbreasts. That is a sign that spirit are there and helping you. Feathers, butterflies as well. They're saying, you know, they're going to send it in nature. So I know many people have gone into lockdown again this week or are going into lockdown, but please try and be in nature if you can, okay? Because what they're saying is within nature, you will find that nurture. Yeah, I don't know if people have been calling spirit in some way, but it's almost like I'm getting the thing there, like, is there anybody there? You know, when people do seances and Ouija boards and stuff like that. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that because a lot of times we can bring through lower vibrational energies, okay? So this is about being in a pure state of ourselves, because then when we are pure and our vibration is higher, then it's the higher vibrational spirit that can actually come in and help us as well. And they're wanting to kind of lift any heaviness. They're saying any heaviness we are carrying, they want us to pass it over to them, if that makes sense. They want to lighten our heart and lighten our load, because there is a heaviness within the world at the moment, but they're saying, give it to us. You know, give it to us and we will be able to lighten it. You don't have to do this by yourself. You don't have to carry this alone, kind of thing. Because even if you feel very alone, spirit I want you to know that they are around you. And if you could see how many people are actually sitting in the room with you at this moment, you would never be alone, you know, because I really feel ancestral. It's coming in now. I done a video on Saturday and I mentioned this, but it's kind of coming out again. That I had a dream, and in this dream I was looking down at my hands and feet, and they were changing. And they were changing, and they were old people's, then they were young, then there was tattoos on them and everything like that. And I realized that this was kind of my ancestors that were coming through with this. And I really feel this is what this reading is saying. It's almost those who have walked the path before you are coming in to help you walk the path. Strange, the image that I got in my head there when I was doing that. Does anybody know the story, the footprint story of Jesus, when the guy is having a hard time to Jesus or whatever in the story, you know, like that was my hardest time in my life. And that is when you deserted me, you know, the footsteps were gone, and Jesus turns around and said, no, that is when I carried you. And this is what it's coming through with this reading. So sorry, I wasn't expecting it to be such a spiritual force coming through today, but this is what they're saying, okay? They are there to carry us through. They are there to help us, okay? So you are not alone in this. And like I say, there is help in some way coming, because yeah, they're wanting us to take risks, to step into that unknown without fear. What they're saying is spirit has a bigger plan than what we do, and what other people do as well, you know. But when we see that everything is happening how it's meant to be, we know that that fear can be taken away. We need to build this trust. We need to have ultimate faith and ultimate trust within spirit and within ourselves, okay? And within this situation, knowing that it will eventually unravel into this new way of being. You know, we're being given the chance to clear. This is a big clearing, and it might be messy, but once it's finished, it's going to be like, wow, this is refreshing. You know, when you like I say, you decorate a house or something like that, you always feel better afterwards. And this is kind of what is happening. So nobody is alone, okay? None of us are. We just need to get into that heart center. We need to connect, and we need to trust, and that is when we will be okay. Yeah, there's a bigger plan. There's a bigger plan, they're saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the cards and see what we need to expect this week. Yeah, please keep your minds and your hearts open as well. This is what we need. So, right, okay. So tarot messages for the week beginning November the 2nd, going into November the 9th. It's going to be a big week, this. I mean, there's elections, there's lockdowns, there's all sorts of mess going on, isn't there? But like I say, it's all leading us to something more, I feel. And yeah, it's really making us go inward. It's making us really have to tap in and tap into ourselves, okay, and into our own beliefs here, I feel. So yeah, this is a week of, like I say, internal exploration rather than external. Right, okay, so Monday, please. Right, okay, so quite interesting. I'm just putting these out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Right, a lot of people. There's a lot coming through here. Today, Monday, okay, this is a time when I really feel you need to toughen up, okay? Say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay, there's this big cancel culture. And one of the things that we you know, the world is prided on is freedom of speech, okay? So I really feel today there is something coming in where you will have to speak your truth or speak up and be heard, and not be scared about this, okay? It's not like, oh yeah, well, this is what you don't skirt around the issue. This is about being, you know, short, sharp, direct, okay? I'm not saying that it's got to be cruel. Please be kind with your words. But what this is saying is it's almost, don't let your emotions sway what you are saying, okay? So this is it. You are free to have your own opinions, and you are free to speak them as well, as are other people. So this is what is coming in here, because I feel... Sorry, I'm trying to see what they're getting here. Yeah, I feel there is stuff that needs to be said that maybe either you or other people are turning away from. They're trying not to address it. Something needs to be addressed, okay? And like I say, this is clear, concise communication, Okay, and this will free you. It's something that you need to get off your chest, I feel. Okay, once it's said, you will feel lighter. So that is today. Okay, look out for communication. I mean, I think we've still got Mercury in retrograde, haven't we, for a couple of days, I think. Tomorrow, it's going to be a bit of a challenging day. Like I say, I said this week wasn't going to be easy. So tomorrow, I feel you could be challenged, okay? You could be opposed. People might be wanting a piece of you. Everybody might be wanting you to do this or do that for them or something like this. You know, it's going to be a bit tough. You're going to feel like you are fighting through tomorrow, okay? What I want to say is you're still protected. Make sure that you are grounded. Make sure that you are, like I say, deep in your truth. When you're in your truth, you cannot be harmed, okay? Whatever anybody opposes you with, if you know you are coming from a place of your deep truth, then this is not going to be a challenge, okay? So the challenge this week is on Tuesday is for you to actually not be swayed by the masses. If that is making sense, because I don't need you to fight. I just need you to protect. Okay, that's it. There's a boundary up. You don't have to engage. The first art of war is do not engage. So what this is saying is it's almost take a higher viewpoint, okay? Take a higher, you don't have to get down and dirty and gritty and that in little petty arguments. Take a higher stance. Do not engage, but make sure that you are protected. As we get into the middle of the week here, I feel there are unknowns, things that are going to come to light, that are going to be relevant to the situations that I'm talking about. I want to say, I don't know if there's been gossip or slander. It's like it's almost like the dogs are barking it. This is what I'm actually getting, you know? So I feel there could have been things to be alerted to or aware of, and you're going to see where the roots of it have came from. It's almost like, you know, when we have Chinese whispers and, you know, it gets passed on and passed on and passed on. This is about going to the root of the matter. Okay, so that is what is coming in. And don't be scared about this. Okay, like I say, this week is going to be a tough one. As we get to the end of the week, it's almost, please do not accept anything but truth. Okay, there is people, there's people that are not speaking truly. Now, I mean, this could be politicians, it could be anything like that this week, you know, but it's almost like, don't believe everything you hear and only believe half what you see, because this week there's a lot of things hidden. This week is not a week that is seeped in truth, okay? This is why I feel we're being called to be this. And it's like I say, we need, the proof is in the pudding. We need to see proof before we believe, okay? And there's, oh God, I feel that people are getting their emotions and their ideas and everything like that. People are having a lot of emotional responses this week, okay? So really, please make sure that you are around people which accept your opinion, where you accept their opinion, where people are not going to try and sway you from your own truth, where it is respected and you are seen and you are heard, okay? Because I'm almost getting here that there's a lot of control, almost like dangling a carrot in front of your nose, using emotional manipulation or something like that. But you're going to know, you know what isn't truth. You know what is, and what you need to do is you need to balance whatever you're saying with your heart. Make sure it feels right in your heart. If it doesn't come from the heart, then it is not right, okay? And this is a time when maybe we are vulnerable, you know, when we are coming nice if you need it. So yeah, it's a very interesting week this week, and it's almost like it's your happiness which is more important, okay? your happiness. This is about you making sure that you're all right, not letting anybody else kind of kill your buzz, affect your thinking or whatever, because I really feel there's a lot of moving away, okay? There's moving away. They're telling me here that something is going to happen on the 16th of this month. Now, that this isn't what this reading is going in, but something is going to happen the 16th of this month, and I don't want to even go into that with what they're saying, so I'm sorry that I mentioned that. It's just I come with what they're saying. But yeah, I'm talking about this month, this week. And this week, it's like I say, this is keep your solid connections, keep them close, okay? Make sure you look out for other people as well. You know, make sure that you're there, because like I say, there could be people suffering that you could possibly help. Be determined that you will get through this, and don't be swayed by emotions, okay? This is like all connections, all links, all anything like that. Make sure they're clean and make sure that they're pure, because they are what we need to hang. Anything else, we're being asked to let go of it, okay? So yeah, it's going to be a tough week this week, but Spirit are there. Spirit have got your back, you know, and like I say, just stay rooted in your truth and not sway away from that, and you will be fine, okay? This is it. I know as a psychiatrist, I was once talking to who said fine meant fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. And I can see how this week could be a little bit like that. But like I say, just, you know, just be you. Don't go, it's going internal rather than external this week. So I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what we say. Come on, spirit, for this week. Oh. Right, okay. So the card that's come out there is New Direction. And if we have a look at that, look, there's a very, very big heart within that. And the third eye is lit with a star there, which is always hope. And what this says for this week is life may seem like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is a divine order to the present circumstance. What may appear as chaos is often angelic forces of the universe at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction, a time of renewed health, joy, and abundance. Okay, so that's pretty much what I've been saying there. There is a divine plan to what is happening this week. Our human sense is going to find that a bit wobbly. But when we know that Spirit are there, guiding us, walking beside us, and carrying us when we need to, then, like I say, we can take that pressure off ourselves a little bit. This week is not going to be easy, but it will be worth it, and we will get through it, okay? So I'm sending lots and lots of love to you all. I hope that made sense. Please let me know in the comments, and yeah, we've got this. I think this week is a time to really deepen our spiritual practice, okay? Go in, speak to Spirit, tell them our fears, you know, tell them our hopes and dreams, you know, and pray. If we collectively pray, that will be felt in the world as well, okay? So I'm sending lots and lots of love. Sat Nam.